All right. So let's go ahead with our next segment here. We're going to go over our larger NFL content this week, our Big Five. So we're going to go over this as well. So, all right, our larger NFL content, the five biggest games on the schedule that are not Raven games this week. By the way, last week, the Ravens game, not just saying that because I'm a Ravens content creator, Ravens fan, was easily the biggest game on the schedule last week. There was no question about it. The Ravens and the Eagles, record-wise, there was no question about it in terms of who was the biggest game, who was the most important last week. Dolphins and the Packers, Sunday night game. I think the Dolphins were just kind of playing above their weight class last week, Big Five last week. Dolphins were just kind of above their weight class. They kind of go into Lambeau late season. This is why I hate to say that with teams in dome and warm weather, we're in the time of year you gotta win those tight games if you're going to go to the next level. Can you? It's fine to win the ball around September, October, but can you win those tight games? Packers, that was pretty much never in doubt. Packers go ahead and win that game as well. Chargers and Falcons. I think the Falcons kind of are what I think they are. Cousins was not good. 4 picks in this game. Chargers are, again, quote Dennis Green, are what I thought they were. Chargers run game, offensive line, good defense, fundamentally sound, typical Jim Harbaugh coach team. It was enough to go into Atlanta and get the win. Squealers dropped 44 on the Bengals. Bengals defense is just bad. It's just bad. Like I know, like Raven fans get mad that Joe Burrow seems to get more of a pass than Lamar, but that's why. Like they got no defense at all. Even weeks now, they're getting holes 30 every week. Even the Steelers' mediocre offense scored 44 on them. So that's a thing. Vikings are now, everybody's paying attention to the Chiefs winning these close games. Vikings now have done this like 5 or 6 times, win close games. Cardinals, I think, are a decent team. I think like they could be falling back a little bit. Murray hasn't been quite as good the last few weeks. So they get a close win over the Vikings. So the Vikings get a close win over the Cardinals. And Sunday night game, not close. Bills totally going over the Niners. Niners with all type of problems. Definitely doesn't look like the Niners are going to make the playoffs. I think the Niners' hope to make the playoffs is that division isn't any good. So they have that there. Thursday night, the Amazon Prime game, the Detroit Lions hosting the Green Bay Packers. So this right away might be the best game of the weekend. 2 really good teams. The concern here is the Lions' injuries on defense. They already lost Aiden Hutchinson. I think they're missing like 5 or 6 guys. They've kind of won some games close. I'm kind of going to lean to the Packers here because they're just a healthier group. Josh Jacobs has been really good. Jordan Love's had some turnovers, but he's been really good lately as well. I think the receivers, Romeo Doubs, I like him every time, even more when I see him. Romeo Doubs is tremendous. Lions offense has been good. I mean, what they're doing is they're running the ball, playing keep away, etc. But I think the Packers get them. I think the Packers are highly motivated as well. Very close to the vest, the 3 teams in the front of this division. Speaking of the front of the division, the Packers, the Vikings playing the Lions. Very close game last week as well, getting the win. Falcons are trying to go ahead and get into the playoffs as well. Falcons might be getting the playoffs regardless. The division is not very good. They still may have to worry about the Bucks, I think, but that division is not very good. I think the Vikings I got to tell you, they've been winning a lot of these close games. Darnold's been really good. I think he's been right there, borderline Pro Bowl this year. There's no way around it. Aaron Jones has been fantastic for them. The offensive line, the offense has been much better than anybody thought. Defense has been great. I think they might have one of the coach of the year candidates. They don't hire Cisco. Brian Flores has done a miracle with that defense. It's been one of the better defenses in the league. I think they absolutely keep rolling over the Falcons. They win. They win big time in this one as well. Seahawks and the Cardinals as well. In this one could be decide the NFC West. Rather, the Seahawks. Seahawks, I think, are really good. I think I do like Geno Smith. I think in tight spot. I think he's a decent quarterback. I don't think he's a stud, but I think he's solid. I think the difference between Geno Smith and Kyler Murray is I kind of know what I'm getting every week from Geno Smith. I kind of don't know what I'm getting from Kyler Murray every week. Some weeks Kyler Murray is terrific. Some weeks I go, I mean, what are we doing? I kind of going to lean towards the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks have a better team defensively. I think they've improved during the course of the year. Really struggling early in the year. I think they've gotten better lately. The Cardinals, I think they're just a little too inconsistent. I think the Seahawks, I do like the Seahawks in this one. All right, Chefs and the Chargers. Superchargers. Superchargers, I think, are as impressive a group. I think them in Denver is just a product of good coaching. Talent-wise, they're not there. They're not going to have J.K. Dobbins in this one. They're going to have Gus Edwards. It's not going to change their identity. I mean, they're going to run the ball. I mean, it's going to be Gus Edwards or it's going to be whoever. They're going to run the football. They have a very good offensive line. They have two outstanding tackles, Joe Alt and Rashad Slater. Totally opposite of what's on the other side. I think they're definitely going to run the ball, so you know what they're going to do. Their defense, I think, has been better. Jerwin James has been really good this year. We know they have good pass rush as well. They're going to give the Chefs a run for their money here. I'm not the conspiracy theory with the Chefs, the refs, and all that stuff. I don't think the Chefs get special treatment in terms of their offense and all that. I'm not a buyer of that per se. I do think Mahomes does get special treatment, but I think that's true of any great player. I saw it with Tom Brady. I saw it with a lot of players where I saw it with Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Some guys, like great players, just get it sometimes. It must have been that happens. That's just part of the deal. But I'm not going to the conspiracy theory and the underlords and all that stuff with the Chiefs. Close to the vest. Offense is just not what it was. Here's what nobody's saying. Mahomes is just not playing as well as he was. That's just true. I mean, he's just not getting the ball down. I mean, he can only dink and dunk. Kelsey's not the same player. Their offensive tackles are not nearly as good as they've been. I think both tackles, it's a struggle. They're good inside, but they're not good like on the edges. I think there's more pass rush. Mahomes is very schoolboy. He kind of runs into the cover. You know, he doesn't have super discipline. I think the Chefs defense saves him though. I think their defense is really good. I think it's really catered towards the run. Everybody has trouble running on Chris Jones. And I don't know if the Chargers are ready to win a game in Arrowhead. This would be a big statement, though, if they can actually go to Arrowhead and win. But I do think the Chefs actually pull it out in this one as well. Last game, Bills and the Rams. If the Bills aren't the best team in the league, if the Eagles aren't the best team in the league, it's definitely the Buffalo Bills. Bills are been fantastic here down the stretch. I think Josh Allen, I think, is on a different planet. I think he's been just terrific in the snow. They're going to Los Angeles this week. I don't think the Rams have a shot in the world of beating the Bills. I think the Bills definitely horse race this one as well. I think the Rams are worth, though, in that division. I think they definitely got a shot to win. Stafford is still really good. I think this is why they're in that position, why they're even in the position contending. I don't think there's a lot else there. And I think with Denver and the Chargers, I think the Rams are well coached. They play with discipline. They don't make stupid mistakes. And they have Matt Stafford. So that's enough to keep them in games. not enough to do anything else. Jarrett Verse is a name you want to know, though. He's been fantastic rookie this year on defense, maybe defensive rookie of the year, but no, Buffalo horse races them out. There you go. Big Five. Five biggest games on the schedule that are not Raven games, and there are no Raven games this weekend anyway. So definitely that is our larger NFL content segment. Enjoy all the games